Hello, Kirsty Lane here. This is day 11 of intermittent fasting and the Bulletproof Diet. This morning I went out for a run in a fasted state. Now, Dave Asprey's advice is the best time to do exercise is before you break your fast, or if you're doing a 14 or a 16-hour fast, in other words, not too long, then you can wait a couple of hours after you've done your exercise. He says that because you're running on empty, your body has to work a lot harder, and you will find that it's a lot harder. You will have to stop more, for example. But he says that's really beneficial for the body because you're building up resilience, basically. Your body's working harder, and so it's building more resistant cells, and that's the point of exercise anyway. Okay, so if you want, of course, if you're running or you're doing exercise based on your performance, if you're an athlete or something, of course you need to not have a totally empty stomach when you're doing it. But for the rest of us who are just trying to make our bodies better, then he says it's best to exercise in a fasted state. When you're doing long fasts, then it's best just to do some light exercise, maybe go for a walk or do some stretching, some yoga, Pilates, something like that. But otherwise, I mean, it kind of makes sense to me that, of course, if your body's having to work harder, then it's going to be better for you, because that's the point of exercise. And that's a sign of having a very strong metabolism, is being able to do your exercise in a fasted state. Okay. What are we grateful for today? Today I am very grateful for Bulletproof coffee. There are many people who say that it will interfere with your fasting, but Dave says that he's done tests and he's very confident that Bulletproof coffee, I have decaf, but quality decaf, like a bag of quality, like a tea bag, but with coffee in it, decaf coffee. So he says that the butter and the MCT oil combined with the coffee, it does not take you out of autophagy, but it kind of fills you up and gives you, just takes away the anxiety really of not having anything to eat. It's quite satisfying. It's like you're having a hot milkshake. So I am quite grateful for a Bulletproof coffee, although I did tell you that I bought a hand mixer and put a hand mixer in my big thermos cup, but that doesn't work too well. He says it's very important to have a frothy consistency, because then when there's more air in the water, then it can reach your cells better. So I'm going to start putting it back into my glass blender, basically. Don't use a plastic blender, because if you do that, then the BPA, which is in the plastic, if you put hot liquid in it, it's going to leach out. So you'd have to do that basically do it the night before, put your coffee bag in a cup and then let it cool down, and then put it in your blender and then heat it up in a saucepan or a microwave or something, which is annoying. So I'm going to do it in a glass blender, but give it a try. And what are you grateful for?